Hi guys! My name is Franny. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Franny. I am a model on Instagram. Liam is my handle. Hi guys! I'm Franny, for those of you who don't know. I am a model on Instagram. I will share my profile with you a little bit later today. I recently did an Instagram story where I said if I get at least 10 questions, I would make a video on YouTube, and I ended up getting 30. So I already put up one video if you want to check that out. It's the other random genre. This one today specifically is going to be about modeling because I do dabble in that. Disclaimer, this is a cell phone that I am using. I don't like how the picture looked when I was trying to set it up on the Mac, even though the quality was pretty poor. QuickTime would have been really convenient to be able to screen myself and the screen. But you know, neither here or there. If you guys have any recommendations, please do put them down below, because if this is going to become a thing, I obviously want to have quality stuff moving forward. So with that being said, there's going to be about 18 questions for you guys today. Otherwise, let's get started and prepare for dancing and prepare for me to get totally sidetracked, because that's what I'm like. Question number 1, how did you start modeling? I have been dabbling in modeling for many, many years. In high school, I actually was asked to be a model rep for the school portraits that would come in for your school pictures and senior portraits and all of that. And I actually have, which I'm gonna go get. I'm gonna go get them for you. Okay, I'm back. So in high school, I used to do, I was what they called a model rep for Sunset Photo Works, which is probably this teeny tiny company back where I live. And well, I'll share some of my work with you if you're interested. So here's me in high school. And we've got quite a few photos here of lovely portraits. I think I used this one for my school senior portrait, but I don't know, I guess I would have to go and get my yearbook in order to really tell you exactly. But they gave us all of these little cards that you could pass out to your friends or to anyone. Ultimately, that's my hubby when we were in high school. 11 years, guys, 11 years. And I did that for, oh gosh, I think it was just a couple of weeks. I don't even think it was for that long. But they gave us all of these cards, and there's like a discount on the back for half of your sitting is off and all of that. So it was a good time. That is when I started doing that. I am all over the place. Let me try. I have wanted to be a model for as long as I can remember. I actually have pictures in a family album that shows me in the making, basically, as a model. I've always been very photogenic. I've always loved having my photo taken. And here's some proof for you guys. So, it's good, right? Yeah. But in a more serious sense, even though I started in high school and way back when, I've always loved it. I guess I typically started when I worked at the dance studio. I did used to be a ballroom dance instructor. I know both the male part, the female part. I'm trained through Arthur Murray, and it was one of the best jobs I've ever had. I do miss dancing regularly. But at the dance studio, I was always attending events and galas and things and kind of being the face of the studio to represent. Plus, you know, as a ballroom dance instructor, you have to hold yourself a particular way, and I wanted to be elegant and classy, and I wanted people to look up to me and other women to want to learn to dance and see how good it feels. Let's go on to question number 2. What's been your favorite and least favorite shoot experiences? Favorite shoot experiences, I mean, I always end up loving pretty much every photo shoot I go to. I love the process of getting ready. I love the process of shooting while I'm there. I love seeing the results on the back end of the camera just because I'm always surprised from what you feel in the scenario to what that camera captured. It's always really kind of shocking because it could feel awful for me, and then I see the back and I'm like, oh, I do know what I'm doing. Okay, all right, cool. My least favorite shoot experiences, I don't really have too many. I've been fortunate. I work with people who I trust. I don't put myself into weird scenarios where I feel uncomfortable. One time I did kind of have to run from the cops, and that was a little bit much for me, but for the most part, I mean, we were safe and we weren't doing anything wrong necessarily other than entering an abandoned building. What is your favorite thing about photo shoots? Favorite? I mean, I can't pick. I love getting all dolled up in the morning and getting into a vibe. I'm always listening to music. I'm listening to my Spotify playlist, which I'm listening to now. So if you have Spotify, definitely follow me. I am under Franny Mills, FRANNYMILLS, and I've got a bunch of different playlists that I pride myself in loving because I used to teach dance, so I like all genres of music, so maybe you like it, and maybe you have suggestions for me. On a different side topic, my favorite thing about photo shoots is working together. I think my favorite thing about photo shoots is collaborating together, in a sense creatively, coming up with a vision and an idea that we want to capture. I love challenging photographers and getting them to step out of their comfort zone and try something a little bit different with a different feel, a different filter, a different lighting. What is your favorite part of modeling? How good I feel afterwards. You know, I'm in tune with my body, my beauty, I'm doing self-care, and I feel confident and beautiful, and I really just want to inspire other women to feel that way, other people to take advantage of what they love and feel good about themselves. How many photo shoots have you been in? Well, last year I did over 70 shoots. I've worked with over 55 photographers. I've now been published about, 16, 17 times. So yeah. What is one shoot you would love to do? Well, I have so many saved ideas of shoots that I drool over and would love to do. So I'll just share some of those pictures with you. What's your biggest challenge in the modeling industry? Comparison. I think it's normal for women to compare themselves to other women, but we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't compare our art to other people's art because everybody perceives it and views it and creates it differently. I think that is probably one of the biggest challenges, is staying focused and doing it. And why are you doing it? What are you getting from it? What does it give you? Because ultimately, that's why you should be doing it. You should be doing it as a way to fulfill yourself in one way or another. And for me, I do this because, yes, it's an art outlet, but I want to inspire others. I want people to know that life doesn't have to be so serious. It is beautiful in just the smallest of places, and it doesn't need to be so negative and sad and discouraging. What a long life you'll live if you feel that way the entire time. So I want to inspire others. I want people to look at my art and feel warmth from it and happy for my joy. I'm fortunate that I do have a sunny disposition, whereas not everybody does. But in the same sense, that's why I do it. I feel good. It's an outlet for me. It reminds me what really matters in life. And of course, I've got beautiful photos to share one day with my children, and just to look back on. I've got all of these beautiful memories. How do you know when a shoot is not going well? If I feel uncomfortable, if I have a hard time posing, if I don't feel fully invested, and that maybe I needed a better connection and trust formed ahead of time. But I haven't had too many shoots where, they've gone wrong and that the shoot wasn't going well. It always ends up going well. It just kind of has little bumps along the way in the beginning. What kind of, how do you know when you're having a good shoot? For me, it's when the photographer and I get super giddy and excited about what we saw on the back end of the camera. When we see what we came up with together beforehand come to life. Do models care about photographic gear? I mean, we can tell the difference between quality and not so good quality. So the nicer the lens, the nicer the lighting, the more work put in and understanding behind it, the better the shot. I know about light, shadow, and exposure. In a book sense, no, I couldn't tell you like definitions and go through it, but I'm very visual. How do you stay innovative as a model? For me, I study. I look at magazines, Instagram, Pinterest. I follow those who I absolutely admire and I study them. I study their poses, their makeup. I go deep into research about self-care and exercise, what you eat, foods that bring you beauty. I always try to stay ahead and different. What kind of aesthetic do you enjoy most? Editorial. Anything that can be found in a magazine or that has that lifestyle, moody, editorial feel is... Would you ever consider doing a modeling workshop? Yeah, actually. This is something that I have been kind of pondering already. A couple of weeks ago, I got to do a shoot where I was helping a new time model pose some pictures. It was, a really low-key shoot at the beach. She wanted something nice to give to her boyfriend, and it was so much fun to kind of direct the shots and see how the outfits looked at her and see the lighting on her, come up with the different poses. I think that I have a lot to offer as far as expertise when it comes to modeling. This isn't my first time. After all, I did say I was part of 70 shoots last year. This year, not so many. I have chickens now and a house that I adore, and I just needed a little bit more balance this year. Plus, I kind of changed my direction of what kind of vibe I was going for. I would definitely do a modeling workshop, especially if there was interest. I think everybody loves education. It's important, and I do feel like I have a lot to offer after doing my 70 shoots. I think my profile shows that I do know what I'm doing. At least I've worked hard to try to prove that, and with all my publications, it feels so good. So I just want to spread that to other models so that they can feel really good about that. I mean, you don't always know what to do when you go to a photo shoot, where to look, how to pose, what feels right, what looks wrong, and then you're kind of trying to have a trust in the photographer. It's your first time working together, so I do think I have a lot to offer when it comes to that. Not to mention my sense of energy really helped my friend overcome any fears or worries that she was currently having. After she was able to see the images that we were capturing, I think she felt incredible, and afterwards she was so in love with all of the shots, and to see the comments come up on every photo, that was exciting for me too, because I was like, oh yay, everybody loves it, it wasn't just me. I don't know, guys. I mean, if it was something that people seem interested in and felt like I had information that they could benefit from, I 100% would, but I would really want to see that the following would be there, that people would want to sign up for something like that. They would want me to attend their shoots or help them with their photo shoot or something. I'm not sure if I would just do like a question and answer type of thing like this, because I think hands-on is really where I'm able to help you truly understand. How do you feel about Instagram lately? I am so upset with Instagram lately. And you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't care about how many likes you have. You shouldn't care about how many follows you have. But the way that they have set up this platform that has exploded to a whole nother level that they weren't even aware of from the beginning, you know, and now they're kind of, I think, playing catch up. I don't know, maybe they just want you to be on there all day long. The activity, the comments, the liking, all of these things have such big factors in Instagram and the traffic that's going to come to your page. And it's ridiculous because it's just not realistic to be on there more than 5 hours a day. It's just not. But I bet if you were, you'd have great traffic. Ultimately, try not to let Instagram get to you. It's always going to be changing and evolving. There's always going to be an algorithm that we're not going to understand. No one's expecting you to get on there for 5 hours a day. Instagram won't keep those as its regulations if that's the case, because it will see that nobody is getting on. So try not to worry too much about that. I say support the ones that you truly love, the ones that inspire you and their work makes you feel something. Like their stuff, comment their stuff, but only do things that actually speak to you. Don't ever feel obligated to do it, and don't let Instagram get you down just because of the traffic. Always put your art out there. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. I appreciate all of the support always, and that you guys see potential in me and my modeling, and feel as if I have something important to say that you at least want to listen to. So I appreciate everything that you've always given me in terms of support, and I hope you continue to, as long as you like my stuff. With that being said, I hope everyone has a very beautiful weekend. I am calling today my Friday, and I hope to get some traffic and comments on this video. So comment, like, share, subscribe even, that would be great, and I will catch you guys on the flip side.